So, good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, world. My name is Barrister Pink Republic, aka the Princess of Oka, Anambra State. So, I have a new logo. So, very soon, maybe you'll be seeing an upgrade of the logo done by a special man in my life. I'm a very, very secretive person, but I had to open up because he said, you don't want people to know me. So people are knowing you. Just people are knowing you. Let me smile and laugh. So today, I was about to start when your famous, I will not call them EDC or anything, they took the light. And I found out that they did not charge the inverter, but this show must go on, right? So just imagine me telling a story under a tree. That's how they tell stories back then. Though I've never listened to any story under the tree, but that is what they portray in all the storybooks, especially the African storybooks. So today I want to kick off with a very sensitive story. I saw this thing and I said, sometimes our parents, they get it wrong. So this picture was posted, this one up, was posted with the caption, "My father-in-law gifted me and my wife a car and a duplex on our wedding day." Yeah, I might be sweaty, a little bit sweaty, so please don't mind it. Just pay attention to the content. Listen to me. Say, "My father-in-law gifted me and my wife a car and a duplex on our wedding day, but I was surprised to see my wife's name as the owner of the car and house on the document. We are legally and traditionally married." Oh, that's what the guide wrote. So let me establish the story. He said, according to him, his father-in-law gifted him and his wife a car and a duplex on their wedding day, but later discovered that his father-in-law wrote his wife's name on the ownership document when he is legally married. So the person is asking what advice. That's okay. I think I need to break down this because a lot of people might not understand. So dear parents, sometimes there is no trouble, but you create one for your children and even for your in-laws. Everybody is possessive of what they know. My brother, my child, my sister, my uncle, just that people are very protective, but you have to be sensitive that this thing includes, this marriage involves two people that have decided to plan their life. So let me tell you, if I am on the father, as is my daughter that is getting married, what I will do is to draft a proper document, put maybe my daughter's husband name, Mr. Let me use the word, Mr. John. Mr. John. So and so. Then Mrs. You have to state your daughter's name clearly, but there should be a caveat in that property, on that property, whereby if the marriage does not exist again between them, which nobody is praying for, but when you are doing legal stuff, nobody cares if it's going to work or not. But if the marriage does not exist between them, the property will revert back to my daughter. So I'm not using myself as an example, right? Because sometimes you create animosity when there's none. I always tell people, we're always overprotective. Overprotective might scare people away. Yeah. Overprotect, let me protect my own, might scare people away. I know you want to present it to them on the wedding day, but the truth is that you need to have a discussion with your daughter. But to protect your daughter, just in case her brain no level up, you need to put a caveat. And that caveat will state that in case this marriage no longer exists again, the property reverts. But the property will be in the name of your daughter's husband and your daughter. Not just Mrs. Somebody, not just Mr. and Mrs. No, people always make that mistake because the man can marry another person tomorrow. Then you and the person will be dragging property on top your own father's property. Yes. So if you want to protect your own family member, you protect rightly, not protect and create unnecessary tension when there's none. So people are creating tension unnecessarily. These are simple things that might annoy people. I hope you understand. It's a different thing if the house is already existing and you decided to join in and live there. It's two different things. But since you say there is a gift for the couple, Oga, it is not a gift for the couple if you carry it and give to your daughter like that, because marriage has not started. You've already started dividing them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe I'm speaking because I'm a lawyer. A layman might just go there and give it to his daughter. But for you to avoid trouble when there is none, because there are some characters you put out there, it will start trouble. Yeah. When I saw this thing, I said, I read a lot of comments. People were shouting, yes, he needs to give to a daughter. It's not, no. There's something called a marriage. When a man and a woman, they decided to become one. Do you understand? So that is why you must put that caveat that just in case this marriage is not in existence, it's a gift for Christ's sake. But you can put a caveat on that gift and say, just in case, listen to me, that marriage is not in existence, this property will revert back to my daughter. So that is how you will do it. Parents should learn. Parents should learn to back off when it comes to their children's happiness. Me that is even saying it now, if I have children, I might be so overprotective, but I will back off and I will make, because sometimes anything concerning love, if you put your mouth, or you by mistake tell your brother or you tell your sister, say don't marry this person, now you be enemy. That is the truth, what people don't understand. Now you be enemy. So don't be putting your mouth unnecessarily. That's why they call some people winch today, because of the way they fought unnecessary battle for their brothers and their sisters just because of marriage. You that is giving advice, free advice. You know, sometimes when people come to me and be asking me for one advice, I will say I'm a lawyer, advice is not free. You are going to pay consultation fee. So by the time you pay that consultation fee, and I say one or two things, you'll be forced to understand because you paid money for it. People don't like free advice. They like the one that they will commit money. That's the one that will appreciate. So I hope you understand now. I don't want it to be a very lengthy topic. But the truth is that parents, brothers, sisters, uncles from both the bride and the groom side, they should learn to stand down, communicate to the couples. What you want to write for a name, you know? Oh, this is how it's supposed to be. Do you understand? So don't be creating troubles because my daughter, yeah, is your daughter, but your daughter is already in love, Oga. So I would prefer, if it is that's not gone so bad, for you to retract that document, do it for them again, tell them that you did not understand it like that, because now you have gone to your house to sleep and enjoy. Your daughter is facing what? Problems in her home, and they just started. So parents, please, we should learn, especially relatives, should learn to back down when things like this occurs. So let me quickly move over to, I am going straight to the entertainment side. So we have two prominent documentaries I'm going to speak about, which is the Epstein files and Reality Check by Tyra Banks. But before I go there, I want to speak about the Ultimate Girls, the reunion. They kicked off with the first episode of the reunion. It's very interesting. I think other people should also learn from this, that the reunion is also important. I see a lot of people, a lot of franchise, they've done Ultimate Girls, but no reunion, and it's like it stops there. And the next thing, we'll all go to internet on their various social media platforms to get gist. So Give or take, I think the reunion is the best option. So this reunion is like, you know, when you keep doing things, I said it in the house, you know, when they were saying that Krista have there's other is vulgar, so let me not, that her private part is always itching her, right? So she's happy about it as people speak about her, but she did not know that she was behaving like a slut throughout. That is Krista. She didn't know that, Krista didn't know that she was behaving like a slut throughout. She was behaving like a slut throughout the whole thing. You just want to bring men, and you were asking the cameramen, almost all of them are all married. You were saying that he's going to escort me to the room. You go and shake your bum bum near a man. Come on. See, the truth about it is that I'm disappointed in her. She has made a lot of complaints that at the end she does not know that it's her fault. And two, the way you represent your family, people have started slut shaming Krista on the internet. Now she's not finding it funny that they are calling her a slut. Madam, you behave like a slut from episode 1 to 2. It's not today. It's not today. And Dr. C, see, Dr. C, Dr. C, she knows how to defend herself. She has told you before, if you don't want me to tell, don't tell, don't tell me anything. And I like the way they try to bury the hatchet. Everybody tried to explain one way or the other. And our own Princess Jikoko showed them that our own grandfather was a king. And that is why her name is Princess. But people should not forget that Princess, people also bear the name Princess, right? So I don't like the way they were making caricature of her name. So be it name or be it title, please don't make caricature of people's name just because you just want to make fun. She was not finding it funny that she had to bring her grandfather's picture, and she proved it to other places and say, clack it. Oh no, that lady, I love Princess Jikoko. And then Marian was saying that they asked Marian that if she did not come with fashion, that Nigeria is going to abuse her. Of course, Nigeria is it's just like the African Paris. We are known for fashion, right? So how can you come to a reality show and you know wear? So the two ladies that came from Nigeria, they were giving us fashion on catwalks. Ah, my God, I was really enjoying their fashion anytime they deliver. So clothes sometimes might not be about being expensive. It's the way you rock it and the way you wear it. People should not forget that Princess Mother too is also a fashion designer, a very popular fashion designer in Abuja. So I am sure that is her signature A to Z that Princess is wearing. Princess Jikoko, your fashion was on point. The one for Miriam, it screams money. Yeah, it screams money. And I like the way they were talking about how I think sometimes when you repeat information to people, might not be how the person said it. So I'm happy that Annie saw how they started discussion from Dr. C, how you were talking about Annie's divorce and every other thing. It's not easy when you're in love with somebody and you're separated from that person. So people should not be throwing stones. But I think this one would teach Crystal a lesson not to be misbehaving, because the whole internet is somehow slut shaming Crystal. So let me move away from the Real Housewife of Ultimate Girls. There will be part 2 of the reunion will be this Friday, and I thought that Crystal wanted to leave. Come on, I was praying, oh God, let her leave. She just went to the backstage and drank water and came back and she said she's done. You're done? I thought you were going. She don't know how much people want her to leave. Okay, so I wanted to move over to the Epstein files. I've never seen a more him and that is Epstein, and that is girlfriend they call Maxwell. They are one of the most disgusting people I've ever seen in my life. I was ashamed that a human being would think of molesting young girls. And you know, the lady that was accusing Prince Andrew directly, I will use the word former Prince Andrew directly, she actually have evidence, and she had a picture. So if she did not snap that picture, maybe Prince Andrew would have denied, I don't know her before. So that's why sometimes people shy away from pictures, right? So he had that picture. I will look for the picture. Yeah, I'll put it up here if possible, if I can get it. So Prince Andrew actually took a picture. She was excited to meet Prince Andrew. And according to that lady, she said after taking that picture with Prince Andrew, Maxwell, that is Epstein's girlfriend, whispered to her and said, do for us what you, do for Prince Andrew what you do for us. These children are underaged. These children are underaged. I don't know. A lot of people, their name didn't come outside. They also mentioned Wilbur Gilbert. And Mr. Wilbur said, I don't even know this Epstein file. She cleared it on their show, The View. Yeah, she cleared it on the show that she did not, she don't know the man. And she was not in any jet plane with that man. But I've never seen such a disgusting couple that will use their wealth to molest, let's say molest young girls. The one that they approached, that is the particular girl that they approached, was the lady that accused Prince Andrew directly. So she said that when she knew that she has had enough, she was like in a prison. That's what she said. She was like in a prison. And they told her that they're going to, and most of them, they always promise them scholarship. So because they are coming from a very poor background, they will they'll follow them, and with time they'll start molesting them. But because they are still holding on to the promise of helping them through their education and all the other thing. So one day they called her, that is Epstein and Maxwell, that they want her to be their they want her to carry their child. And she said when she looked at the whole thing, and she said, wow, she will carry their child. So she said she partially agreed. She just agreed just to get her from that circle. After some time, they handed her down a ticket to travel to one of these Asia country to go and study maybe fashion and designing and all that, so that when she's back, they'll inseminate their eggs and their sperm in her, and she will give birth to their child. When she got to that country, I don't know if it's Thailand, I think it's Thailand. When she got to Thailand, she met a man. She got married in that Thailand, and she followed the man to Australia. That's when she called them on the phone and told them. So that was an escape route for her. Ah, my God. A lot of people, they mentioned a lot of people's name in that list. And it's so disappointing. But you know what pained me the most? That this man actually committed suicide in prison. When somebody is alive and they are telling him all the crimes he has committed, it's easy for you to know that this guy is sentenced to this. But few days before the guy committed suicide, that is Epstein, before he committed suicide, he transferred most of his property, his money, to an offshore account, and he committed a suicide. And there's this theory that, are you sure this guy is dead? Or, in short, when I found out that he committed suicide when I was watching the documentary, I was like, no, I'm not sure. Though they are showing us his face partially, that he's the one there, I'm not sure if this guy died. For him to transfer most of his money to an offshore account 3 days before that, he committed suicide. So according to from the footages they displayed in the documentary, he actually tied some of the bedspread. Yeah, some of the bedspread, and he committed suicide. It's a very short suicide. It's not a very long one. And two, from the examiner, that I say is two theory. The examiner said the way they cracked his neck, the thing snapped his neck. It does not look like a suicide. You see that somebody actually killed him. Now, if you watch most films, you will notice that when a prisoner comes inside prison, the prisoners, they don't want to hear that you're a predator on children, or you traffic children, especially girls. They will beat the hell out of you. So I don't know if that is that circumstance. But at the end, they said he died. So he's leaving Maxwell, his girlfriend, that has been, and she keep pleading the fifth, including him. He was pleading the fifth all the time so that he will not give out testimony. Maybe somebody wanted him dead. But what I found out about this Epstein is a narcissist. Yeah, he's a narcissist. He likes being in control and he likes his word to be final. So he's a narcissist. So I just pray it's only him and God that will judge at this time, because if he committed suicide, it's between him and God. So let me move quickly over to you can get that Epstein files on Netflix. There's a documentary on Netflix. Just in case you've been hearing the Epstein files, because I am on my blog. I publish a lot of foreign news, and on Epstein file, they also named an British minister, the UK ex prime minister. So a lot of people's names are just coming up. Oh, so sad, so sad, so sad. So let me quickly move over to the next top model. So there's a documentary on also on Tyra Banks' time, during the time when she was a judge, and she's the founder of Top Model. So the title of the documentary is Reality Check. In that documentary, how she began, how she went through every TV station. It was only UPN that took in the show, and it became a hit, automatic hit. And we found out from that documentary that I think the owners of UPN also, they are the ones that cause the shots when it comes to program. The reality show, to me, if you ask me, gathered all the losers. It's not about that he did not win, but they gathered all the losers that can say nasty things. Now, let me tell you what people don't understand. There are some things people do. We are not telepathic in this life. It is from your character they will use in judging other things. Now, one of them in Psycho 2, if I remember that Psycho 2 very well, I watched Psycho 1, I watched Psycho 2. That Psycho 2, there was a particular lady that had a boyfriend when she came into that show. That show, they went to Milan. In Milan, they met some guys who were supposed to be like their guy tour. They drive this motorcycle, and somebody, according to them, whispered and said, why can't they invite the boys over to their flat or to the house where they lodge the models for the reality show. Somebody actually brought in this guy. Nobody named that person. Now they started playing, they started drinking. The lady started saying that she was drinking on an empty stomach. You have to be responsible for yourself. I don't encourage alcohol. If you understand, if you know me very, very well, you know that I don't drink alcohol. I don't encourage people drinking alcohol, because anything that will make you not know yourself or make you lose control should not be encouraged. I've said it and I'm continuing saying it. This girl took alcohol, according to her, on an empty stomach. You were standing, your clothes were not off, you were wearing clothes, right? Now this same lady, all of them, they've all signed a contract that if it's just you, maybe only you, they might not follow you. But if you are multiple, the cameras will come in. No matter what you are doing there, they are going to video. And at the end, they ended up at the bathtub. You pulled your clothes, you went straight to a guy in the bathtub. Both of you started kissing. Now you are blaming production. What about the girls that were there? Why didn't they stop you? Production started recording. Now most people are saying that they have why are they recording? Sometimes, let me tell you, I have found that most of these foreigners in their countries, they like to bring out false accusation. If they've not recorded that thing, this girl would have used word of mouth and say, Tyra sent a man to rape her, and Tyra's name and reputation will be destroyed. That video is an evidence that she wanted to cheat. You know that you have not eaten. You would have eaten before taking the alcohol. Or you don't take the alcohol. Must you take alcohol? So this girl, you actually cheated on live TV. Your boyfriend dumped you on live TV, and you are here crying foul. I hate it when people are looking for excuse to cover up the bad things they've done. Stop looking for excuse. Can you even don't do that bad thing in the first place? What is going on? And you see the other three judges, the only place I saw Tyra Ed when they fired the three judges, she would have had a discussion with them. The way she isolated them is what I don't like. The network said they don't want the three judges, that is the photographer, Nigel, Nigel Barker. They don't like the other one with the blonde hair, and they don't like I don't know. That what's that her name again? That his name again. He knows how to. I think something J or something like that, Lady J or something like that. The three of them, the judges, right? The only place I knew, that is the three of them. And the only thing I know about these three judges is that they were treated unfairly by not being informed. You understand? By not being what informed. I want to get their name because I had their name on my tip, on the tip of my tongue, but now it's like their name just is only Ninja Baka that stick to my head. So let me I want to get their name properly so that when I'm speaking it will be sounding well. Okay. So the photographer, that's Ninja Baka, that one that his mother is a British photographer, his mother is Sri Lanka. Then we have J. Alexandra, yeah, and they have Miss J. That is Miss J. Then Andrea, Andrea is late, so Andrea left them. That's Andrea Leontali is late. So that one is different. I'm talking about the three main judges, the ones that work behind the scene and in front of the scene, because at the end they end up being on the judges panel too. Now we had one other white judge there. That lady was so sarcastic. Yeah, she was very, very sarcastic to the ladies, the way she speak about them, and you will see Tyra trying to cushion the whole thing. Nobody is dragging that popular white judge. Nobody. What is the name of that lady? I'm trying to. I think it's Paulina Poriskova. Yes, I think so. But that lady, she comes on the show as a guest judge most of the time. She was so nasty to the ladies. Nobody is dragging her. No documentary for her. Now it gets to Tyra because she's a black lady. Everybody has fault on her. When you work with networking, you know that today you might sleep and wake up tomorrow you might not be there. That is the truth. So even Tyra was also removed from her own show. Yes. And they brought in Rita Ora for show that belonged to somebody else. So that is not okay, that they will put all the blame on Tyra. The decision of the way she used in dismissing the judges is what I don't like. Immediately they told that she would have called a meeting. You understand? On a it is good to treat people very, very well, because in future you don't even know where you see them again. So that's the part I don't like. She would have called a meeting and tell them directly that the network don't want the three of them again. Let them speak for themselves and tell them that I don't know what do you want me to do? They want me to take you out. These are decisions. The show is already very, very popular. You understand? So I don't know what she signed that to the extent that they can remove her as a judge in her own show, and they still use her name for that or not. Because it's supposed to be Tyra Banks' next top model. So It was disastrous. But I don't want everybody to put the blame on Tyra. Some people don't know how to make decisions, and some people don't know how to make resolutions and how to communicate. I'm even shocked that Miss J had stroke, because Miss J had traveled to China to become a judge on Next Top Model China. But he had a stroke. He's a very good runway model. He was even the one that taught Tyra how to walk on the runway. So it's not today, he's not a new person. So, and Niger Baka complained that, I don't know if he's based in UK, but I think he brought all his family and there was no backup for him. So he was just like fired without being told that this is what you did. So we should learn to treat people, we should learn lessons with all these things. So the Real Housewife of Potomac, the reunion, yeah, in Nigeria. You can get that on the Ultimate, the Ultimate Girls and the Real Housewife of Potomac. Can get that on Showmax. Can get that on Showmax. The Real Housewife of Potomac, a lot for coming out, and Wendy looks strong, though she started the reunion very, very subtle and every other thing. But from this reunion, I found out that I think Ashley had the thing for Wendy. That's what I can say about this thing. But we are still watching, actually. And the reunion is exposing a lot of things. And from what one of the ladies said, he said Kiana stole Greg, her supposed fiancé, from his wife. This Real Housewife of Potomac, the reunion is explosive. And I would like people to watch it. So people don't understand the essence of these reality shows. They see where you understand where fake news generates from. People have fake news in their life. I think I've said enough. Because of time, I'm trying to reduce the time of the video. But don't forget to shop with us at Antoinette Supermarket, 87B Olani Street, New Okoba, Lagos. Bye for now.